Okay, we're here at Eno Terra in Kingston, New Jersey. This is another restaurant that E&A Restaurant Supply helped lay out and come out with the equipment needs for our customers. Bob, what can you tell me about our customer here? Who are we talking about?
We deal with Carlo and Raul Momo. E&A's been dealing with them for probably about 20 years, from them having a small pizzeria in New Brunswick into what they are today, with about 7 restaurants, a bakery, and a wholesale application.
All right, we'll take a fast look at the outside of Eno Terra before we go inside. This was an older building, and then they did an addition onto it?
This was originally called the Wine Press. It was an old bar and a winery from probably close to 100 years old. One of the biggest problems that we had was construction. There was a lot of EPA and historical problems that we had to go through.
But we overcame, and we adapted, and we ended up building probably one of the most high-end restaurants in New Jersey, right?
Exactly. Between the suite and the refrigeration and everything downstairs, it came out to be a beautiful project.
All right, let's go inside and we'll take a look. Okay, we're here with Chris, the executive chef here at Eno Terra. How you doing today, Chris?
Real good.
Okay. Just admiring the place, taking a look around. We're going to go into detail on a couple of pieces here in just a minute. What can you tell me about the place? What can you tell me about your background real quick?
Sure. This is a restaurant that was opened in 2007. The original building is actually from 1857, and what was fun about this project was taking some old world construction and putting it with some real modern ideas and modern construction, both in the kitchen and in the overall facility.
Okay, and modern-wise, we're going to go in the back. We have a pretty nice cooking suite in the back over there we're going to take a look at.
Absolutely.
All right. How's something like that helped your business? How did it help the operation in the kitchen?
Well, it was really important that E&A have a good understanding of what we were trying to accomplish in order to help us find a piece of equipment that would allow us to do that. And in understanding our relationship with farm to table and how important that is within the community, E&A really provided us with equipment and expertise that allowed us to, really essentially realize this goal.
All right. Well, one of the items, I know we have a full cooking suite in the back, and for people that don't know what a cooking suite is, we're about to show you. Probably one of the highlights on the cooking suite, what part do you think that might be?
Well, within the suite, I really happen to like the French top with the salamander above it and the oven underneath. But I'm also really partial to our pasta cooker, believe it or not. We do in fact, all of our pasta is made by hand here in the restaurant. And so to have a pasta cooker that allows us to pick up portions individually, as well as bulk preparation, it's very, very valuable for us.
That's great. All right, well, we're going to go back in there and we'll take a look at that real quick. I know I'm looking at this beautiful wine storage unit behind us. What can you tell me about that?
Sure. We have almost 7,000 bottles in the restaurant. And we store our white wine upstairs and our red wine right behind me in a temperature-controlled, custom refrigerated wine vault, essentially.
And this is, we're just going to take a fast look at this thing right here. Now, this goes down, too. It goes down into, like a basement area?
That's right. It goes right down to the original foundation of the original building. Keeps the wine at a really cool temperature. We had some refrigeration to ensure that it stays at the right temperature, but the thick walls of the original building really help us in that effect.
Do a great job on it.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, Chris, let's go into the kitchen and we'll show everybody what we've been talking about. Okay, we're back here at Eno Terra. We're inside the kitchen. Just going to give you a quick little spin around and show you how tight the kitchen really is. When you take a look at a commercial-sized kitchen in a restaurant this size, you're expecting something, maybe, a little bit bigger, but this is it. And the secret on how we can get all this stuff done is with this cooking suite. And you can see basically what it is, and we're going to have Chris. Hey, Chris.
Hey.
Why don't we take a look around and show me, we'll do a quick walk around on here, and you'll show me what it is we're looking at here.
Very good. The first section here, this is our hot app station. We call it this because the person who works the station really needs to have command of a number of different cooking mediums at various temperatures. So he has right in front of him a salamander, very powerful, gives me the nice top browning. Great cooking surface here with a little bit of small plancha next to it. So you're actually cooking in pots and pans here and right on the stovetop right next to it. And of course an oven just underneath that allows me to finish anything that might be slightly larger, can't happen on the stovetop.
So one station, one way to go, and you're pretty much in charge of everything right there, I guess, right?
That's right. And what's great about this whole unit is that there's so much packed into every little area of it. When you consider this station having three major cooking pieces, when you consider this station that has three major cooking mediums here, it's very, very versatile. And right next to it, we move into our pasta station. We've got a couple of open burners here. We've got a flat top, allows us to simmer some things a little bit slowly. And right next to it is our pasta cooker, where we have as many as 6 baskets that we can put individual portion size pastas right in the water, control the simmer or boil. It's very, very versatile.
And that was the pasta cooker we were talking about before, and,
yeah.
And that's the part that just really, instead of having 10, 15 pots sitting on top of some burners, just one piece of equipment that really allows us to push out the product.
Exactly, and it maintains a boil, which is imperative when you're cooking pasta.
Absolutely. All right. What else do we have up here? We got some plate storage. Here's our salamander.
Yep.
Okay.
Salamander, plate storage keeps the plates nice and warm. And as we roll around the back of the kitchen here, we come around to our wood-burning grill. And although this isn't part of the suite, it is an integral part of the whole kitchen here.
Okay.
As you move around, you can tell that the kitchen is somewhat irregular in its shape. And one of the things that I think E&A did a terrific job on was to customize the size of pieces to fit within the unique given shape of the kitchen.
Well, absolutely. I mean, as we take a look around and we take a look at how really small this kitchen is, when you think about the number of pieces of equipment that we were able to get in here, really, it's a nice function and design.
And speaking of small, here's Bob Allman.
Hi, Bob. Bob, one of the salespeople down at E&A Restaurant Supply, our head supplier and our head specifier. What can we take a look about the wood burning piece here? How are we working with this? This has to preheat. I mean, this whole thing is nothing but wood fired, right?
That's right. And so we'll make a fire ahead of time, and then once we start cooking, we're cooking on the glowing embers of the fire, not so much open flames. Although there's always little flames jumping up, we're really looking for the glowing ember. And what happens is this piece here holds a lot of the heat. And so even after the fire has died back, there's a tremendous amount of heat that comes through here. In fact, we have replicated a 500-year-old Italian recipe to cook white beans in a flask, essentially, overnight in the dying embers of the fire. And the grill itself is so hot that I actually had to pull the flask off to the side. I couldn't even put it in the embers. I had put it slightly to the side. But it recreates a recipe that's 500 years old.
All right. Okay. So we're back here with Chris at Eno Terra. We're on the other side of the cooking suite. Let's just get a good view on this. What do we have? Refrigeration and cooking. We have a little bit of everything on this side.
Yeah, this side has the under stove refrigeration, which is really, really valuable. We have another oven over here. We've got a tremendous amount of cook space, both French tops and open flame, as well as a plancha. And like the plancha on the other side, this is a very versatile, indispensable piece of equipment. It allows us to cook things slowly, very evenly, and with a thick cooking base.
Quick cooking base. So what do we have? A fryer, I guess, over here, down here on the end.
Fryer here. We do a fair amount of, well, we do a small amount of fried items at Eno Terra. I do like the fryer, but it's not a focal point for us. What's important about it is that it's just as accessible as any other part of the equipment and easily manned by one person.
Absolutely. How many people do we normally have working this station at nighttime?
This station, believe it or not, is occupied by one person at night, one person on the grill, and 2 people on the other side where we have pasta and hot apps.
And roughly how many seats are we doing at nighttime on a busy night?
Well, on a busy night, we're doing almost 300 covers.
300 covers with basically only 4 people.
That's right.
It's amazing. and again, that's function and design, I guess, working for us, right?
It sure is. You know, when you can have communication between cooks through the cooking suite itself, and a relatively short path to the front where all the food is delivered, it makes for a very efficient design.
And a design right through. All right, so we got basically the plancha right over there. What else do we have? Some open burners over here on this side.
Yep.
Okay,
and, flat top and oven. Again, it gives us nice space to keep plates warm above the stove. It also gives us a lot of versatility here, as each one of these sections is independent. So we can simmer stock, we can bring things to a boil quickly, and we can use the open flame as needed.
Right. All right, and then basically everything is going from this side down towards you, down for finishing plating down that way.
Right up here to the past. And this is actually my favorite little refrigerator, because it's only got 12 little compartments in here.
Right.
But it's my favorite 12 compartments because it's all the fresh herbs and seasonings and finishing oils and things like that we use in the restaurant.
And we have a nice little flat worktop there, and I guess all the waiters and waitresses are picking up over on that side.
Yeah,
right?
You can see we have a very small window. I mean, this is 6 feet wide, where our heat lamp is, one heat lamp. So the food doesn't sit here very long. It comes up together and goes out very, very quickly.
Fantastic. All right, we're going to take a look at the rest of the kitchen here in just a second, and we'll be right back with Eno Terra.